All right, let's go. Good TvZ series. Finally, first TvZ of the day, gang. Down here in the bottom right. Representing the No Bully clan and the Jugger Sluts, it's Jason. Yes, his subscribers are called Jugger Sluts. And they're amazing, and they don't believe in bullying, okay? If you guys have never watched Jason's stream, you're missing out. It's a good place. It's wholesome. Up here in the top left, representing Alpha X, it's Bioice. Ray says, did you like the Colossus drop? It was the coolest thing ever. I literally couldn't speak for a few seconds. I was so excited, dude. It was so cool. Yeah, he even pulled off gas and went super fast third CC after that 18 gas raise. He went 18 gas and pulled off. Your Phoenix hallucination barely missed his scout, by the way. Raise is in chat, by the way, guys. The guy we were just casting from before, Mr. Whipple's creamy explosion, as we were talking about. You can check the clips of that later, Raise. Never mind the reference there. That's weird. I know. I'm weird. You're great. Yeah, you didn't see the third CC. I imagine though, like you knew there was a third CC down, right? Because it was like already finished and you hallucinated Phoenix barely missed it. It was in the corner of his main. If you could verify that, that would be great. There is, yeah, 3 minutes behind. Apparently, some people are saying you only need to be 2 minutes behind. It's meant to be 3 minutes, guys. That's what I was told. Maybe people are doing 2 minute delay. Doesn't make a big difference. It's not like you should get in trouble for it. He's like, oh no, I'm giving my opponent's advantage over myself.
My man.
Oh right, thank you very much for the support, D-Man, the 2-month resub.
My man.
All right, guys. We've got a lovely clip of that self-nuke. People have linked up in chat. We're gonna watch it after this game, guys. So yes. As we get towards the end of this game, please spam that again in chat. We'll actually get it open right now and ready. Sorry, guys. We'll just make sure all of this is open. But not just that, I'm also just closing Jason's stream to make sure you guys don't accidentally get the noise of that. Obviously, that would be bad. I don't think the audio was on for it, but just checking. God. Sorry, guys. Production.
My man.
Reaper comes in. Reaper comes in. Reaper goes in. Oh my god, that audio's still on as well. What's wrong with me today? Sorry, guys. Reaper has actually managed to kill a drone and a Zergling. Jason's very... Oh! No, Jason! Oh my lord, look at this! Oh, he wants the creep tumor. Could you be any greedier, Jason? But, doesn't get it. But that just shows his confidence. His ability to pressure right now is insane, guys. Absolutely insane. Thank you so much, Saria, for the tier 1 sub, as well as D-Man Kilm. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate that support. We're going to try and focus hard on this game, talk about the build orders. This was a Barracks gas build from Jason, which means the Starport's not crazy fast, the Hellion production's not crazy fast, but the Reaper was over there quick, and he's going to have the chance to build a very quick third. Some people like to do it right on location on this map. That Queen just attacked its own spawning pool. Bioice there. Struggling a little bit under the early pressure. Third Queen is on the way. No workers on gas right now, just non-stop droning. Very solid opening for Bioice. Setting up some good Overlord vision outside his bases, very nice. He's gonna try and sack an Overlord in the main, pull it back, yeah. 2 Marines, they're gonna kill you too fast. You're only gonna make it to about there, you won't see enough. So instead he's gonna skirt the edges and just look for little bits of info. Overlord's gonna come in the front, wow. So Bioice like really wants to see what's happening. It's kind of funny, because I just don't care about seeing what my opponent's doing in Zerg vs Terran. If I don't know what they're doing, I just drop a Baneling Nest and build an extra Queen or two, and I'm like, stops everything. Queens beat everything Terran has, right? I'm a lazy Zerg player. I like my new scout. Fake Cloak. Kills the Overlord, cancels the Cloak. Beautiful maneuver. Fusion Core in the back of the main. If this Overlord skirts the edge, it could actually spot it. But it's not skirting the edge. Skirt the edge, Overlord. Go along. Look, it's a lovely water view. You look at some cliffs with some trees on them, and then you see the Fusion Core. Battlecruiser queues up. I'm sad it's not range lib, but Battlecruiser is super solid. And Bioice's economy is not looking great, guys. I mean, he's only lost 1 drone, but his drone count's really weak. It's 4 minutes 30, and he has only a few drones on his third base. Like, he's gone for a really fast Baneling Nest and a really high Queen count, but not a lot of drones, and a very fast lair. So I feel like Bioice has not put any economic pressure on Jason. You know, Jason's playing pretty defensive right now, and the thing is, that's perfect, because he's actually even or even ahead on economy this game so far. Bioice desperately needs to get these minerals fully saturated. He needs more workers on this base, and he's starting to do it now. But the reason I'm talking about that is because Jason has had such an economic build-up himself, so calm, so measured. Third CC's on the way at a pretty good timing. That's a very solid Hellion count. This is the TY build, guys. So he's going to morph 4 Hellbats here and run them up the natural. 4 Hellbats here, run them up the third, and he's going to teleport a battlecruiser into the main. And it's going to be on Bioice to defend all 3 directions at once. It's going to be very hard. It's really going to test his skill. It's a very powerful build. First battlecruiser blinks in. It's already in that main base. It dives in. The drones pull away. The spore finishes just in time. Hellbat's morphing. They're actually all going to attack the third. The Baneling's not getting the connections they needed. They needed to find the center of those Hellbats. And yeah, I mean, he had really good defense up for a really fast Hellbat timing, but remember, because he didn't build those work accounts, he was caught droning with not that many Banelings when the later attack hit. And this is one of those big later attacks that's very scary. Hellbat's even going to kill that morphing Baneling. One morphing Baneling could get a big hit in the middle, does get a big hit, and those Hellbats will finally fall there. But battlecruiser, good damage. 9, 10 workers going down. The third has not been mining this whole time. The main was massively disrupted. And the battlecruiser's still healthy, which is an important part of this. No Yamato gun, weapons refit. I like that choice from Jason. Often you end up just picking off a queen or two. And if you're not really, like when there's this many queens, I don't know, it's not that valuable. I like the fast second and third factory. He wants to play battle mech, so he wants to get enough Hellions and then get enough Cyclones out to do some real good work. Does a scan, clears up the creep. Battlecruisers are one of the funnest ways to clear up creep. Normally as a Terran, you're used to having to babysit Hellions or Marines, very vulnerable units. And then when you're using a battlecruiser, you fly it in and you just laugh, drop a scan, kill like every creep tumor in a few seconds. There's no risk associated with it. And it just feels very, very good as the Terran player. So Jason's had a smooth opening so far. He's applied some good pressure. He's maintained at least parity economically with the Zerg, but he's pushed back the creep. He's kept Bioice in that corner. Bioice not really sure what he's up against. He's got Baneling speed on the way. Single Evo chamber here. Has not made any upgrades. Doesn't have a Hydroden. And 2 battlecruisers joining up. They can actually get a cancel on that 4th quite easily. He's going for the creep. He doesn't know about the 4th base just yet.
SCV ready.
But it would be nice if he managed to take that one out. Hellion count building up here at the 3rd base. A couple of Hellbats in case Ling Bane runs in. They can tank at the front, and the Hellions can still stay mobile and avoid most of it. The battlecruisers are like, oh, do you think 6 queens beat 2 battlecruisers? Ha! Oh my god. The creep is just getting so dented here. Can't get it out. And Jason's gonna get a lot of damage on that 4th. I mean, there's a Spire on the way, but there's no Hydroden, guys. He can't build Hydras. He's got to defend this with Queens. Where are the Spores? The Spores should be moving down here by this point. I think he's doing okay. Even though he's out of transfuses, the battlecruiser is a bit afraid to take that many Queen shots. He's going to come back in. Oh my god. Relentless! Battlecruisers or creep lawnmowers? You tell me, Twitch chat. You tell me. I feel like they're creep lawnmowers, man. And you know what's brutal? When you drive your lawnmower over your neighbor's face. Oh my god. Ah, run, run. Ah. It's a very fast pair of lawnmowers that have been possessed by the Terran devils. And every single queen goes down and the hatch goes down, and I think 2 battlecruisers just won the game, guys. I've been telling people that Jason's good right now. Maybe some of you don't realize just how good. He is insanely good at the moment. Like, we've got Jason back in peak Jason performance. He's just playing so good, and Bioice, he doesn't want to build Hydras because they're not great against BCs, but like, anything that shoots up would help there. Not bringing Spores over, I think, was one of the biggest problems as well. Spores do so much damage against BCs. Like, it's still not that much, obviously. Like, a single Spore takes a long time, but they're very tanky, they've got armor, and they shoot a lot quicker than a Queen. So, Corruptors are now coming out, but, I mean, these BCs can tack jump. They just jump to the other side of the map, and they're like, yeah, no worries. Meanwhile, a Ling Bane attack comes in, and all we see is a field of dead Zerg and a couple of slightly bruised Hellions. Oh, cheeky counterattack through the tall grass! There's a snake in the grass, and, yeah, Jason's Cyclones. I mean, you can try to suck the poison out of the ass of those Hellions, but ouch, it's not gonna work. They did. That was a cool maneuver from Bioice there. He's still pretty dead in this game. Maybe not dead, don't get me wrong, guys, it's battle mech. You can always come back versus battle mech. Don't Don't call it yet, Piggy. I've come back from situations that are worse than this. Normally being down 40 supply, if this was tanks and Thors pushing across the map and Hellbats, yeah, you're dead. But Aliens and Cyclones are fragile, and it really comes down to how the engagements go. Oh god, he's got way too many Corruptors. He's got 12 Corruptors right now, and he's just lost 3 of them. Oh, those Magfield lock-ons, brutal. If Lingbane can flank this army just disappears. But that's the problem. Right now, Jason is the long-reach fighter, and he's playing against a shorter reach Zerg player who just does not have the same distance. And right now, Jason's keeping it at arm's length and he's picking away at him. He's pulling back. The Zerg wants to close that distance, but every time he does, he gets punished. The pullbacks, the lock-ons, the Hellion splashes. We see the Zerg taking way worse trades there. Jason maintains the distance. He just strikes his opponent, disengages. Strikes his opponent, disengages. That is exactly how you meant to do it. A little Baneling flank that was trying to once again find the juicy center of those Hellions. Not gonna find it. And I mean, you gotta, first of all, get these Corruptors out of here, Bioice. Oh, you gotta keep those alive for when the battle cruisers come, but now he's throwing them all away. The BCs are coming across the map, and now there's nothing left to fight them. Oh, there's even tanks joining in here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Youch, ouch, 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 ouch. Game 1 goes to Jason. Smashes it. Clean, simple game. Very straightforward for the Canadian Terran. This is a Canadian nation kill. 2 Canadians getting at it. They always apologize after they win a game, for those who don't know. Oh. They invited me to a lobby and then left. How dare they? Chad agrees they are creep lawnmowers? Good. It's good to know. It's good to know. Yeah, they always apologize afterwards, give each other a hug. They're like, oh, sorry, you really deserve... That's not a Canadian accent, Pig. Don't even try. I like started speaking... I think that was Hobbit mixed with Irish, mixed with Canadian. I think that's what it was. Sometimes I start speaking in a voice and I'm like, but you can't do that accent. Why would you even try? There's like that vaguely rational corner of my brain that's like, you look like an idiot. And I'm like, oh no, I've done it again. I think that's honestly, I think when it comes to like self-esteem, that's why my stream, it's a good place for people with low self-esteem because they realize there are people that are actually weirder than they are, you know? Like, this is the place where where weirdos come to feel like normies, you know? You're like, I'm pretty sure I'm completely insane. And you rock up here and you're like, it's cool. It's all right. Maybe I'm a normie. There's others like me out there. That's right. Solidarity, guys. Yanchow, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub, dude. Slides into the pigsty. Nice slippery dip down the mud. Appreciate it, mate. Sophia with the follow. CR Knack, AF Miller with the follows. Thank you, new followers. Appreciate the support. Bitwise. Thank you very much for that Twitch Prime sub, Bitwise. Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate the support. Jason's from Canada. Bioice is also from Canada. But Bioice, I believe BattleNet is messing up. He can't. He needs to relog. I think he needs to relog to get the lobby invite to work. Yeah. So the big problem in that game is the Baneling Nest was down super early, the Spores were down super early, and the Queens were down super early, guys. But if Bioice paid closer attention in that game, while we're waiting, I'm gonna show you guys some little pieces of advice. Because people are like, BCs are so strong, oh my god, you can't stop them. Hellbats are OP. And they are all good things, and it was executed really well, but there's definitely some pretty... No build order, right. Damn it. I forgot. Obviously, it's a tournament match. They're going to hide the build order, aren't they? I'm an idiot. Never mind. Basically, I can go over the points because I remembered all. The Spores were down pretty damn fast. Now, if you recognize your opponent's gone Barracks gas rather than gas first, not only are their Hellions delayed by about 20 seconds, 25 seconds, any Liberator, any Banshee, Viking Battlecruiser, any of that's delayed by 20, 30 seconds. The Battlecruiser... doesn't end up crazy delayed because you kind of need to wait for the fusion core to finish anyway. So it is just about a 15, 20 second delay or something. But if you're going for 10, 12 Hellbats, it doesn't really matter, right? Because you need to wait for the Hellion production. But basically, he got the Baneling Nest like a minute and a half before the attack hit. So it was like crazy fast Banelings. Spores, a minute before the BC finished. So if he delayed his defense, he could have had 10 more drones. And what does 10 more drones mining for an extra minute means? It means he could have had more Banelings, an extra gas going to get the gas to those Banelings, extra queens building, and just had so much more ability to just bounce that pressure away from him and have so much more behind it. So that's an important concept which people often don't really understand in StarCraft. Is it's not about just getting the defense, it's getting the defense at the right time. If you build your defense to block an attack 3 minutes ahead of time, you've built it so early that you're behind economically. Even if you squelch their attack, you're probably behind. So you want to only build things at the appropriate times, and getting a sense for timing. This is something which you develop as an advanced player. And even at this level of play, we saw that Bioice, unsure what his opponent was doing, he played safe against just about everything, like 110% safe against everything. Whereas I would have liked him to cut some corners a little bit more, and perhaps Jason wouldn't have found so much purchase with those Hellbats, because those Hellbats just did far too much damage, way too much mining time. Up here in the top left, representing the No Bully clan and the Juggersluts, it's Jason. Down here in the bottom right, in the pink, representing Alpha X. I hope he comes out with a strong, strong revenge game here. It's Bioice. Awesome Canadian Zerg player, has been in the scene for a long time. I think he's definitely lost confidence in this matchup, though, from what I've seen playing against him. As much as my Terran's improved, there was like a point where I beat Bioice more than 50% for like 2 weeks on ladder. And Bioice is meant to be like 1,000 times better than my Terran. And he kind of was, and even in those games where I've beaten Bioice on ladder, I always felt like he could stomp me if he just like didn't look like he was tilted at some point in the game. So I hope Bioice, I'm not sure what his attitude is towards this matchup. I don't really talk to him too much. If he wins, I'll ask him about that. But I feel like he's a player who's not really happy playing against Terran at the moment. You can kind of see it because it's like certain things will be so nice in his play and then he'll just like fall apart on something else. Like he'll like, a pressure won't go quite how he wanted it to, and then he just won't spread creep for like 7 minutes, even though he's otherwise winning the game. And then like the lack of creep spread will lose him the game, and you're like, whoa, what? These mistakes don't make sense, because Bioice can play better than that. So I don't know if that's just maybe he's not practicing as much as he used to, or it's in this matchup. Maybe this is just me kind of getting an impression of the matchup that's not, or of the player that's not actually accurate. Link speed needs to start up. He's committed to blocking the third, so Bioice really needs link speed. He's only got 4 lings. He's trying to keep those safe. Just use them to guard the drones until the queen pops. Jason being a little bit more conservative with it this time around. He has done barracks gas one more time, and his factory's really quite slow. So no quick Hellions, no quick Banshees coming in. If Bioice has recognized that, then he should be in a good spot to adapt his defense. Oh, he let the extractor finish. That's really bad. So now he's going to send another drone to that third. Losing a drone to that extractor. He was meant to put it there just to keep it safe, cancel it, rebuild it if he had to, and then pop it out and build the hatchery when he could, but bit of a mess up. Reaper's going to try to rotate in the main. Zerglings are waiting. Good reaction there. Jason does keep the Reaper alive. Good block by Bioice. Bioice rushing up the queen count. He's going to 4 queens, but he's got 6 lava he's not spending. Same issue as last game, except even more early. He's rushing his defense. He needs to be droning as hard as he can right now, but he's a bit slow on those drones. Just a little bit of a delay there. Rushing a 4th queen hurts your early droning. So I feel like if he wants to make up for that, Bioice needs to just rush drones for the next minute. Cut a corner a little bit. Don't go crazy fast on your Baneling Nest or anything. And it looks like he's doing that. I mean, he's not back on gas yet. His link speed's finally finished, so this Reaper will go down. Reaper seeing no gas mining, seeing tons of drones. He knows he's safe. Knows he's in a good spot. But Bioice has got to really push that economy this game to keep parity. Fake Banshees again is what you're thinking as Bioice. You're like, this could be anything. He could have a fusion core in the corner of the main that I didn't scout, but this time Cloak doesn't cancel. I love it. So Jason, this time he's going to do Hellbat Banshee rather than Hellbat Battlecruiser. Last time he faked Banshees, then canceled it. So I really like that, because that creates this mind games. It makes your opponent very unsure what they're facing against. If sometimes you commit to it, sometimes you fake it. Come on, Pig, but get better with your observing, dude. Then you definitely just end up a little bit more dangerous as a player. Now, Bioice, once again, 4 minutes 30, no drones on the third. Really fast lair, really fast Bailey nest, spores going down at a very early timing. Not crazy early, but this one was definitely like a super safe spore timing. And no drones on the third. So once again, Bioice finds himself drastically behind before the 5-minute mark without Jason having to do anything. So fundamentally, I think Bioice struggling in this matchup. And this is the reason why he's not getting his minerals up on his third. And now he's not got an answer to these Hellbats because he just doesn't quite have enough queens. Right? He's got 8 queens, actually. He should be able to deal with this with just queens. If he spreads them out. No, don't clump them up. Don't clump them up. You're meant to spread out in the open. Uh-oh. This is going to get really bad really fast for Bioice. He's clumped his queens so much. Does he have enough firepower? He might just barely. The transfuse is doing... Oh, good baits with the Zerglings. Keeps baiting now. Okay. Oh, he had enough queens that it was all right. That's very dangerous because when you clump up like that, the Hellbat splash starts landing. And if the Banshees manage to stack that damage, it can go really bad. But a good hold. I was getting a bit too excited there, thinking Bioice had taken too much damage. He's been behind in economy this whole time. But you take a really good trade like that, it helps equalize things. There is a third command center finish, though. And now Bioice establishes control. Now he's got a really fast Bane speed. Now we see Bioice in control of the game. This is where I think he can actually start to establish it. And we're going to see Bioice in his element. If he can just spread creep, get a fourth, get the upgrades rolling, all that sort of stuff, it's going to be amazing. He's starting an infestation pit. I hate it. This tells me he's going to rush to Hive before even starting 1-1 or 2-2. And I don't like that play at all. I think it's way too early to be thinking about Hive at this point. I know he loves Ultralisks, but there's a limit on Ultralisk play. It's much more important to drone your bases up and get a fourth before you think about that Hive. So I think he's going to play Lingbane Queen, no Hydra. But he's going range. But he doesn't have a Hydra Den. Is he going Swarm Host? Straight Swarm Host, maybe. I don't know. Bioice is playing weird, guys. Let's talk about what Jason's doing, because I know what he's doing. He's playing a very clean battle mech progression, 4th and 5th factory, 4 tech labs, so you can build 4 Cyclones and 2 Hellions at a time. Those Hellions pump out so fast, even out of 1 factory. So it's more about the Cyclone count than anything else. And there is a super fast Hive on the way, and now a Spire. But why are we going range upgrades? This is a new... I don't play battle mech, so I don't know how Bioice plays against it. I haven't seen him play against battle mech much. It's a really weird, interesting style. Very curious to see how he plays this. Maybe he just rushes Broodlord. Broodlord Queen is like a good comp, guys. I would expect him to still be building queens if he was going to do that. Because like, yeah, he's got 7 queens. I'd go to like 10, 12 queens because you're banking on transfuse and using the queens for anti-air. That's what the range attack is for, I think. But we'll have to wait and see a little bit. If he goes ultras, I'll be very confused because then the Spire just does not serve a function at all. He's up to 79 drones. Bioice's economy is lit. It is insane. Good job by Jason slowing down the creep. And he's almost at the point where his Hellion Cyclone can move across this map. And there's going to be a point here where I think because Bioice is at a pretty good early game, I'd love to see him slide some counterattacks in. Banelings crash through this wall, hit this mineral line, try to deny this 4th base if you can. But right now it's just Lingbane Queen, and that it can kind of deal with your opponent's stuff, but not that much. He's building a Hydra Den now, but it's so late. It makes me think maybe he forgot it. That gas goes down. Okay. Jason looks very comfortable right now. He's swapping into tanks and drilling claws. If he can hit a pre-Broodlord timing with like tanks rallying across and start to siege up this base, that's hard to stop. Greatest Spire goes down immediately when that Hive and Spire finish. Queen's gonna come down. These Banshees being so annoying. I can't be the only Zerg player watching this feeling so annoyed that they won't just commit and die, right? Like, throw your Banshees away. Stop it, man. Stop it. Stop it. 2 more starports and a fleet beacon on the way. A fleet beacon, a fusion beacon. A fleet core. A greater fusion spire. It's a fusion core, guys. The battle cruiser and range lib structure. We got a Raven on the way. We saw Maru crushing late game Zerg at WCG with mass battle cruiser range liberator. He just siege up the libs and spam Yamato and just keep doing that over and over again. It was really nice. He did that off this same similar sort of opening. So I wonder if Jason's gonna do the same thing. Cyclones catch some queens. Nice. Oh, that's a lot of lings though. Ooh, he's going for the surround. The banelings are lagging behind a little bit. He's trying to slip out of it. Oh my god, that's a lot of banelings. I don't know if it's the most efficient though. Yeah, the micro is good. Jason, thankfully had a bit of an oil up before that. He was getting ready for Mr. Olympia. He had to oil up all of those Hellions and Cyclones, get him nice and greasy to slip away from that Zergling surround, but it worked out. Poor timing for Bioice. I mean, you go first around. Who's expecting your opponent to spend the previous 3 days not eating any food, getting the water out of their body and covering their body in a thick layer of oil? It's surprising. Baneling's gonna come in, take out these Hellbats. Good job, good job. We've got Corruptors in here. Gonna add to this. It looks like Bioice should hold on, and that Raven is gonna be going to the dead place. Unfortunately, it's gonna go down. Oh my god, did you guys see that? It was like a balloon. It spiraled upwards. That was cool. 14 more drones. 14 more drones? Okay, so Bioice is going to play the 4000 Baneling style, I think. The problem is there's so many tanks out, but he's got Broodlords. Tech-wise, his army is way better. He's got a respread creep, though. I think he's lost a lot of his queens. There we go. He's going to respread creep. Very important to respread this creep over and over. And up on 90 workers, +2 range, +2 melee. I mean, he's got Hydras. They don't have the range upgrade, guys. Range upgrade. Please remember Bioice. 4 range Hydras are so bad. 5 range Hydras, I mean. I always forget they only get +1 range from their upgrade. By the way, this Overseer ready to pop a Nidus at any point in this game. There is no Nidus Worm down, but would be a nice way to get in your opponent's backline, start breaking their production. There's still no defense on this left-hand side, so I'd love to see Bioice split some of those Lingbane Hydra attacks into those mineral lines I was talking about earlier. Couple of Hellions gonna run in. Spines are okay positioned, but you always want to have a spine covering your backline. These Hellions can just go around and ignore the Hellions, and that'll be rough. What's happening? Steadfast, no! Please, survive! Maru! Who loves ultras? That's like loving losing. Oh, here we go. All right, Steadfast drop. Bad luck, Steadfast. Rip in pieces. Hopefully he'll be back on after this match. Hopefully just a temporary issue for him. And we'll see how it goes. All right, Broodlord's here. Very scary. Some Vikings. We got Thor's out at all. He's starting to add some in. What's his upgrades like though? Oh, only 1-1 for the mech army. That's a low upgraded army. +2 melee is not here just yet. Broodlords are on their own. Where's the rest of the army, dude? Dude. The Baneling's coming in from the flank. Are they gonna connect? Oh, they do clear some of the Hellbats, which is important because these Hellbats roast the Broodlings. Remember guys, Blue Flame is done, so those Blue Flame Hellbats just evaporate the Broodlings. The Vikings doing a good job, man. Those Broodlords going down. They're going downtown. Jason. Oh my god, he just man modes it. He just pushes right through. No thank you, please, and excuse me is given. That's the Canadian punch in the face right there. He does the old, the hockey fan, as we call it. Where you walk up to the closest person in the opponent's jersey and you punch him in the face. Jason, the true Canadian here. And he's gonna overwhelm. Just manages to get in there. The unit's kind of coming in from an awkward angle. Not quite enough army for Bioice. Bioice a little bit too heavy on the drones. His 2-2 attack upgrades finishing just too late for that as well, which is really disastrous. Yeah, having all the queens there would have been huge as well. Like if he'd got all the queens there transfusing Broodlords, the Banelings going in immediately before the army was sieged, and if he could kind of go in and out a bit, it would have been a much better fight for Bioice, but he needed to be able to kind of siege that army down. Jason gonna take a nice decisive 2-0. So I'll show you guys what I mean. Basically, that army's not meant to be able to set up there. So you're meant to be able to have your creep further out, and you're meant to be able to like slow this down from even getting in position and be like hitting it with Broodlords, pulling back, hitting it with Broodlords, pulling back. Because Broodlords, so they've got like 9 or 10 range, but you can actually run backwards, shoot, and you can actually shoot from way further away. See, he does it a bit at the start, But then he realizes the fight's kind of happening. He just needs to fight because he's caught out of position. And whilst his Hydras do okay, he just doesn't get enough Banelings in the center. If he had another 20 Banelings here, that would have been huge. If he had any more army, that would have been real nice. If he had all of his queens here, which, I mean, I know he didn't have many queens left, but if he had like 6 queens, just dropping transfuses, slapping needles into those Vikings, this could change things. But it's also something where if you engage with the Hydra Bane before they siege, your Banelings connect with the Hellbats a lot easier. Makes a big difference. But GG. Well played. Juggernaut Jason. He's got the jugs, he's got the stuff, he's got that Canadian special sauce. Pours maple syrup all over Jason's face, Bioice's face, and then says, "There you go, have a nice drink." Stop trying to. What is this stupid voice you're doing, pig? Stop it. But yeah, I don't know. He drowns his opponent in the maple syrup. He kicks some ass, does well.